Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 7 of Oshinoko. And boy oh boy, did I have a lot to say about episode 6. A lot of stuff going on in that episode. Poor Akane, man. Uh hopefully things get better for her, because I've seen in a lot of instances, man, depending on how you handle these canceled situations or you being canceled on the internet for whatever reason, man, there's a way to come out on top if you really navigate the situation properly and don't allow it to destroy you. And some people actually take it to their advantage and utilize it to make more content. So you know, we'll see how she handles this and how everybody on the show handles it, because they have to see all this stuff too. How are they going to treat her? Are they going to help her? Are they going to distance themselves from her? Like, what's going to happen? I'm curious. So let's find out and see, shall we?
来ないで探し回ってんだよ。だからコンビニまでのルート辿ってたらバカ野郎が。
Oh man, so okay. So the YouTuber girl was looking for her, and cuz she hadn't come back yet from the typhoon, and that's how he managed to show up in time, man. Foo boy. She was inches away. That's crazy, man. It's always kind of like she was about to jump into like oncoming traffic. So this is one of those situations too where she wouldn't have just hurt and maybe killed herself, but possibly several other people in the process. That's how deeply in her despair she was. She didn't even think about that fact. And I feel like, you can really tell and understand that she was really deep in this trance of hers and just really wanted this all to end, because that wasn't even a consideration of hers.
私だってその日のメンタル次第では本当に死んでやろうかって思う日もある。
See, and that's the thing right there. You like it really depends. You never know where people are at their lives. She said even her, who understands the industry and understands that that stuff is likely to happen depending on how her emotional state is at that time, she'll just be like, yeah, well, maybe I will go kill myself. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's how crazy this stuff is. And people think like you have to be depressed, or you have to be a weak person, or you have to be weak-minded, or easily influenced. Like, none of that stuff has to be true. You just have to be in the right mindset at the wrong time, and stuff can really go south. So it's not even specifically like, oh, Akane's weak, so that's why she went to. No, it's more of a, we're all human beings, and we should start treating each other as such, because you never know where somebody's at any point in their life.
けど今まで50人近くの自殺者を出している。国によっては法律で出演者のカウンセリングを義務付けているほどよ。
Wow, I did not know that. Holy crap, these dating shows have claimed the lives of at least 50 people? Just from being on these shows? That's nuts, man.
しっかり人を追い込んでるのよ。何の気なしの独り言が人を殺すの。
Oh my god, dude, this show is breaking boundaries right now, man. They are talking about some real stuff that a lot of people really don't want to talk about. And I'm telling you, most of the time, the people throwing the most hate and vitriol on the internet are the self-righteous, I'm better than you type of people who think that whatever ideology they have, or whatever thing that they're thinking about or they advocate for is better than you. They will 100% dogpile, harass, and push people to death, or push people to doing rash things or whatever. They don't care. And they pretend like they're these self-righteous people who are just fighting for justice. Like, I'm fighting for these people, so everything I do is permitted. And that's like the worst thing ever. These people get so caught up in their ideologies and things that they believe in. They feel like, I'm a good guy, so no matter what I do, no matter what I say, or no matter who it hurts, as long as I'm doing it for the thing that I believe is good, all is permissible. But then they still condemn the people who do the same thing that they're doing. But they're like, oh, no, it's different. It's different when we harass and dogpile people. It's different when we review bomb stuff. It's different when we verbally attack and verbally abuse people, because we're good. We're doing it for good. And it's like, no, you're just a piece of trash, just like the people you hate. You're just pretending to be better.
とかこれは番組側が未成年者を扱う上での 監督責任を問われる問題だ。こういう状況になった以上、辞めるって言われてもとやかく言わないだろう。
As you can see, her friend was very upset. She slapped her as soon as she saw her because she's like, why would you, you know? And that's the thing, too. Like, a lot of people don't realize your decisions don't only affect you. Like, these things affect the people around you. And yes, you have to look out for yourself. You have to worry about yourself. You have to make sure yourself is good. But, like, it's such a selfish thing to just assume, like, nobody's there for me. Nobody cares for me. I'm going to take my life and it's only going to include me and it's only going to deal with me. Or I'm the only person who has to deal with the consequences. No, you know, you left your mom behind. She didn't even know. So like you would have died and your mom didn't even know why. According to your mother, who is watching her daughter pursue her life dream and her career, who walked out of the house that morning perfectly fine, to hear that you killed her yourself would be absolutely devastating to her. And then you got all these friends and people who care about you, man. Like, it's really, you can't really fault these people for feeling the way that they do, and you can't fault them for, you know, wanting to go that route and take that decision because, you know, sometimes things are really overwhelming for people. You can't really control or account for that. But you really should take some time to sit down and consider the people around you and how you can use them to heal outside of just trying to figure out everything on your own. Sometimes you should use the people around you. That's what they're there for.
やりきるだろうよ。でもこのままってのは気分悪いよな。煽った番組サイドも好き勝手いうネットのやつらにも腹が立ってしょうがないんだよ。
Yeah, Aqua. You know, he's still Aqua, and he realized, he was like, the people who fan these flames, the people who blew up this scenario and utilized it to try to push ratings on the show. Aqua like, oh yeah, I didn't forget about you, motherfucker. Oh no, Aqua don't forget, and he is very vengeful. He's already on a mission right now, so I wonder what his plan is to deal with these people. Because we can't just let this type of stuff ride. Because it's not just the situation and the people. Obviously, the people who were involved that dogpiled her are disgusting. Obviously. And the situation itself blowing up that it did, it's unfortunate we live in a world where that happens. But it didn't have to be this way. They didn't have to fan the flames. They didn't have to advertise it a certain way and try to blow it up and make it this big thing. They didn't have to do that. They could have chose not to do that, but they didn't. And business-wise, obviously, it makes the most sense to take advantage of it and push the ratings of the show. But morally, it ain't gonna get past Aqua.
やったわねあんた。褒めた私がバカだったわ。着地点は見えてるんでしょうね。
Wait, what did he do? Hold on. He moved very quickly. What does that say? Attempted suicide by minor age actress currently starring in dating show. Malicious slander on social media is a possible cause. Oh, so oh my god. He anonymously told the story about Akane, which obviously the show would never want to get out. They would never release that information. So he went and anonymously did it himself. Oh, okay. All right, Aqua, I see you. I see you.
茜の自殺未遂のニュースが流れ、界隈では様々な議論が起こった。もちろん
Naturally, some people backed off, but with the fresh kindling, the smears also accelerated. What do you think about Akane suicide? Why did you think she ended up deciding to take her own life? Please share your views. You can call it attempted suicide, but this girl has zero intention of killing herself. She's a typical attention seeker who wanted to play the part of poor little me. She was always a nuisance and always will be. Look at me, look at me. Those who try to commit suicide should just die. What? What? I already knew it, but Akane is a hysterical nut job. So, it's so weird, because the same people to tell you to go kill yourself, and then you try to do it, and they say, oh, look at this attention seeker. Like, these people, not only are they just disgusting, filth of human beings, but they're also really stupid. They're just like, They don't think before they do anything. They're idiotic little brainlets who just love the fact that you can just do and say whatever you want on the internet, and they don't think about anything. They just type it and put it out into the world because they think their worthless little idiotic opinions matter. And unfortunately, they do matter sometimes to people like this. But, you know, hopefully we'll see how this unfolds. We'll see.
それでもあれば勝負する。
現実はポーカーじゃないわよ。
みんなが写ってる映像や写真っていう。
What is he planning, man? He definitely got some, and he's true. He's being truthful about the situation. Like this ain't a game. Like suicide is not a game. It's not something to play around with. This type of vitriol and hate online. It's not a game. This is real life. But sometimes you have to play it. You know what I mean? If you want to get to a certain outcome, you can't just idly sit by and just take it. Especially if you're being slandered. Like sometimes you have to fight back. You have to play it a certain way in order to at least get as close to the outcome as you want to try to get to. You probably won't ever get exactly the results you want, but as long as you end up on top, that's what matters. And this is, like I said, this is the game. Even though, like I said, the situation isn't a game and you shouldn't treat it as such, it still is one on as far as reality is concerned, and you need to play it properly. And if there's a person who can play this game or is qualified to do so, it's Aqua.
言われても。
成人も一面だけ切り抜いてつなぎ合わせれば悪人に仕立て上げられる。それが演出っていうもの。
Oh, so he wants to juxtapose the actual editing and stuff of the videos showing who they portray them to be online versus who they actually are. So if they have a bunch of videos showing them interacting and just being normal people out in the open, it'll allow people to be able to see them more as people, as opposed to more them being seen as what the show tries to portray them as, which is actually pretty good. Which is why a lot of YouTubers and stuff who get into movies and films or whatever have a much significantly hard time getting canceled or having situations like this happen to them, because there's the masses, all these other people who have all these assumptions that they made about this person that they barely know, and then it's their audience who knows them. They see them every day. They've seen them, you know, acting and doing their stuff on their YouTube channel. They've seen them outside of it through their social media. Like they generally, and like you don't know specifically 100% who a person is based on their online presence, but you know significantly more than somebody who just happened to see you in something and didn't. You know what I mean? So it'll be hard for somebody to come around and try to slander a well-known YouTuber for something that they may have done that goes against their personality, because they've already established a base and they've already kind of presented themselves in the way that they want to be presented. So it'll be hard for somebody to really slander them like that. So yeah, this is actually a really good plan.
俺には
表面的なものでさ、実態としては数パーセント程度のものでしかない。
Exactly. And that's the thing that a lot of people never take into account either. It's the vocal minority. The concept of the vocal minority is extremely prevalent nowadays. In 2023, the vocal minority is like, because it pretty much makes up the forefront of every controversy that happens online today. Almost everything you can think of, every issue, every piece of drama or whatever, it's always, almost 100% of the time, a vocal minority, a small group of people that are yelling the loudest, that are being put forth by the media, that are being put on the forefronts by journalists and all this stuff. And it just makes it seem like on the surface level, there's mass outrage. So for example, there will be a particular game that comes out and it'll star a female character, and literally 3 people on Reddit, 3 posts on Reddit, and each of these posts have like 2 upvotes apiece. Some journalists will see that and be like, the entire community hates this game. Look at these comments. This is what the whole community is saying. Backlash based on, you know, female characters. We need to talk about inclusions of female characters in video games, and how the video game industry is toxic, and how everybody who plays video games hates women. And this will be, and you'll go and look, and most people won't look. They won't actually go and investigate themselves, because most people are idiots and they just follow whatever they hear anyway. But when you actually investigate and look into it, it's 3 Reddit posts or tweets or whatever from insignificant individuals with no following at all. They have no upvotes. Nobody's agreeing with this, but some stupid journalist who has nothing to do and wants to get some clicks or whatever is just like, the community at large hates this. And then that narrative is put at the absolute forefront of every conversation. It's all the media talks about and everything. And you get the perception that this is the baseline opinion. And it's hardly ever true. 90% of the time it is not true. Most of the mainstream opinions that you see the mainstream media pushing are not the opinions of the overall general public. They just don't care. And they know you won't investigate or look it up. So people will believe whatever they see for the most part. And the vocal minority, man, every time, just look into it a little bit and you'll see it every single time. The vast majority of people are not reacting the way that the media says that they are. Exactly. Exactly, dude. Oh my god, they are literally giving strategies in this show on how to deal with this internet stuff. This is crazy. Y'all don't understand how absolutely revolutionary this show is right now. It is nuts. No other show, I think, has ever tackled this issue from this angle before. And this is so relevant right now. We've had so many shows talk about many different things that we have to deal with in real life. But this show is for the now. This is why so many people now who are living right now in this era, who were born in this generation, and even the most previous one, who has had to deal with this internet stuff for so long, are resonating so strongly with this show, because this show is really taking this conversation to the next level. A conversation that's needed to been had for a very long time. It's crazy. I fucking love this show, man. Bro, she just dropped SEO knowledge, man. Come on, this show is crazy. She's dropping SEO knowledge, like what's the perfect time to upload? What kind of tweets get the most impressions? Oh my god, dude, this is nuts. This is actually mind-blowing right now. Wow. This guy's pretty accomplished, man. He is a full-on musician. He's already signed and writing music for himself and other people. Like, this guy, he's a real deal. Oh my god. Dude, remember last time when I told y'all that this chick knows what the hell she's doing? She is acutely aware of the angle of the cameras at all times. And she's so forward thinking that she figured something like this might happen. So she was already like, I need to make sure that this is caught on camera, because they got it somewhere. The fixed cameras are recording everything, even if the main, cinematic cameras aren't picking it up. So, wow, that's crazy.
いろいろ台無しなんだけど。
絶対スタッフは取っといてる。分かって隠してるんだよ。ずるいよね。
これだけ注目されてる中、そんなことをすれば茜へのバッシングが番組へ向かいかねないですもんね。
理解が早くて助かるよ。
I'm glad you're able to grasp the situation. You better fucking believe it. He knows what the fuck they're doing. He knows exactly what's going on, and obviously they hit it for a reason. Come on now, we ain't dumb.
僕らが言えてるな。
You These people do have consciences, it seems. Some of them still have a conscience, man. You gotta know what to say. You gotta get the right people, because at the end of the day, he is just doing his job. But come on, man. You gotta, sometimes you really gotta step out of that. You gotta step out of the whole I'm just doing what I'm told mindset and really start considering the consequences of your actions. Bro, they're grabbing this controversy by the reins and they're taking control of it. Dude, something spooks your horse. You can let your horse flail about and just hope the best and hope that they calm down, or you can grab the fucking reins and take control of the situation. And this is something I've been trying to employ into my life, where it's just like things are constantly going bad, man. Everything doesn't happen right, and you can complain and you can do nothing about it, or you can take a bad situation, grab the reins, and to your best ability, steer it as close to where you want it to be as possible. It's probably not going to end up where you want it to be, but you will end up in a much better position than if you just throw your hands up and give up and just say, all right, it is what it is. Like, it just take control of your life, take control of the situations. Even in situations where you feel you don't have control, there's always wiggle room. Just try to figure it out. Give it a chance. You never know. Doing nothing is never, well, I won't say never, but doing nothing often isn't the move. If you could help it. Oh my god, how nerve-wracking, man.
で優しくて好き。私も努力家で一生懸命な茜のこと好
They
き。
got it out, yo.
だから怒らないよ。
Ah, see, this is what I like, man. This is what I like to see. Ah, man, this is crazy, man. Oh, I love it.
あった。
Okay, we got to read some of these comments as usual. The cast of Love Now gets along well. This Akane bashing probably isn't what Yuki wants. I want to cheer on Akane now. Hang in there. So, see, this is like a weird thing because it's good that this happened and that public perception can be changed so easily, but it's also still kind of problematic that public perception can be changed this easily. You know what I mean? Like, people are so easily influenced. It's actually kind of scary. So, like, the moral of the story is, like, you know, you can get around this stuff, you can get the best of this stuff or whatever, but at the end of the day, the overarching issue still remains that the public and the overwhelming majority are extremely easily influenced. It's like, yeah, that's cool, but also no, that still kind of sucks. I don't know, man.
あるたびに蒸し返されて言い続けるやつは10年後
Yep, and that's how it is. We call them outrage archaeologists. He says every time something comes up, there will be those who keep dragging up this incident even 10 years from now. We call them outrage archaeologists. They are people who look into the past of people they don't like, or people they just want to hate no matter what. Where there's nothing you can say or do no matter what this person does. These people are just, they have to hate them or dislike them, and they are willing to go as far in their past or whatever and bring up anything, and no matter how much you've changed as a person or as an individual, they will dredge up the oldest and most just kind of irrelevant stuff, because in their mind, whatever you did that made them mad at that moment, you are that person until you die. There is no redeeming, you can't ever become a better person, there's no apologies or anything. Whatever you did, whatever's the worst thing you've ever done in your life at any given moment, you are that level of shitty person forever. Except for when it comes to them. by the way. If they do something and they get caught, then they expect forgiveness. They expect people to look past their flaws. They expect people to not. No, if it's them, of course. But if it's anybody else, they don't extend that courtesy to anyone else because obviously they deserve to be forgiven. They deserve to be looked at for what they're doing right now and not them. But everybody else, no. No, absolutely. You have to be 100% perfect at all times, and the moment you mess up, congratulations, you're a piece of trash for the entirety of your existence. I hate these people so much. I hate them. They are the scum of the earth.
大きいしキャラ
そうだな。何かしら演じてたらその役が鎧になる。素の自分を晒しても傷つくだけ。
Yes, there's a YouTuber that I watch, and also a streamer that also makes this argument quite a bit, is the reason that they put on a bit of a persona, and the reason that they have kind of this act that they put on as far as a character is because whenever something happens, it happens to that character. It's not directly at them. They never really put, or they rarely put their actual face forward and let people see who the real them is, because whenever criticism comes in, whenever drama comes in, whenever bullcrap comes in or whatever, the person that has to deal with it is the character. The person it's directed to is the character. It's like your shield, like he said. It's something that you can put out in front of you that takes the brunt of all the drama. So whenever people are saying, oh, I hate this person or I hate that person, the person they hate is this thing that you've created, not you. And it kind of creates that disconnect. And they also have the mindset that everything that happens to them, good, bad, or in between, is all content, period. If it's drama, it's content. If it's good, it's content. If it's not good and it's mundane, normal bullcrap, it is content. Everything is content when you're a content creator. And if you think about that mindset and you have a proper shield in front of you, you can pretty much easy mode this YouTube thing. You just, like I said, people just need to be prepared and set themselves up for this.
それしか取り柄ないでもどんな役演じればいいんだろう
Oh, I think I know. Oh, wait. Okay. I think I know where this is going. Because thus far, she has been being herself and showing herself, you know, and she's pretty vulnerable, timid girl or whatever. That's what she's being, because this is basically a reality show. But now that they're telling her to act and kind of put on we're about to get a complete 1080, 100% character shift. I'm very curious to see where this is going to go, because I haven't seen her act since this started. So she's about to blow some minds, I think.
アクア君の好みの女の子やってみるねやれやれ
Oh no.
愛の真似なんて誰にもできない。あれは
No one can imitate I. It's something you're born with. Oh my god. Is she about to channel her inner eye? Dude, is she about to transform? Is she literally about to transform into I? Dude, I will freaking lose it if she becomes this show's I. Like, well, I say this shows, but this arcs I like. Oh my god, if she, oh my, I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose my shit, dude.
主義と暴露欲求破天荒な言動に反し完璧主義者無頓着さと過度な執着金銭感覚が
Oh my god, she is literally breaking her down to her finer parts. This is like watching like alchemy break down like just to the chemical level something. This is nuts. Oh my god, like this is a testament to how hard she works and how dedicated she is to doing whatever it is she plans on doing. She's about to become I. Oh my god, this is actually about to happen.
節制系脱障害の傾向思春期の段階で性交渉があった子特有のバランスの悪い
Signs of a developmental disorder, unbalanced in a way characteristic of a kid who had sex during puberty. Are you serious? This analysis is absolutely insane. He is 1-to-1, straight out, like just flat out 1-to-1, revealing everything we know about I as a character. This is crazy, and she's on point with everything. That's crazy. Just from examining her, paying attention to her life, and just utilizing the resources available to her, she just broke down Ai's entire character. That's nuts.
あるさ。15歳あたりから破滅的行動に
Her self-destructive behavior showed improvement around when she was 15.
改善が見られる。ちょっとは落ちてこいって気持ちを持つのもわかるでしょ。
I love how real she is, man. She is like, uncomfortable or not, like she tells it how it is. She says how she's feeling, and and it doesn't necessarily seem to be malicious or just like careless of other people's opinions because of the way she reacted to Ruby when she was talking about her brother. She corrected herself to make sure that her words weren't too harsh in her explanation, but I just love how honest she is.
演劇界では有名でしょうが。
Wow. I didn't know that.
本日よりあかねちゃん復帰になります。
But that's the one thing that I'm kind of picking up here is the fact that all of these people on this show are very talented in their already existing fields, which is why they were chosen to be here. They didn't show much of that, and they really didn't put forth that much information to explain exactly how talented these guys are in their designated fields and what they do. But it's very interesting to figure out, like, that one dude, like, he's a full-blown signed musician. This chick's a very successful and super popular YouTuber. And apparently Akane, outside of just kind of how awkward and unsure and amateurish she felt here, is a very well-established kind of theater kid, so that's interesting. Bro.
眠いんだよね。収録早すぎてさ。あ、もうカメラ回ってる？
Oh my god! What? Dude. I got nothing. I got nothing. That's. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Wow.